Good evening, everybody. Oh, lots of viewers already. You can't see me. It's Neil Povey. Good evening, and welcome to Milton Hyde as well. Hello, Jim and Joe.
Hello.
Watching Neil. He's over there, by the way.
Oh, that way. Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
I'm behind the camera.
Yeah, and he's naked.
It's so hot in here.
I know,
though.
it's really hot in
It's
here.
really warm in here, yeah.
What you
So-
can't see is
Yeah.
is that Philippa and Michael from Bates Green Farm Kitchen came in and added more logs on the fire.
Yeah.
Just
I
about
didn't
10
realise
minutes.
that.
It was almost out. And I was thinking, phew. But yeah. Anyway, welcome to a very, very special Milton Hyde live stream. Not an ordinary Milton Hyde live stream. This is a Your Stories in Song special.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
Guys, Joe, Jim, do you want to tell us a little bit more about what this project is about?
Sure, yeah. Well, we when we've been touring around the place doing different gigs, we've been lucky enough to go to some really nice places round the country, and we take our little audience book with us. And when we've asked people to put something in there, so they started putting like local stories and ideas about what we should maybe write songs about, because a lot of our songs are story-based songs. So we started to do that, and then we came up with a few songs, and then we thought, well, this would be really nice to roll this out as a project locally to us in Sussex, down here in East Sussex. So
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's what we did. So we were very kindly, we applied for some lottery funding in order to set it up and be able to go out and spread it around the place. So we're going around we'll be going around to libraries, a few schools, different sort of community locations. We've done U3A up in Crowborough. We've done a lovely arts project down in Eastbourne.
That was for Campus Community Arts.
Oh, yes, we know that.
That was a nice event.
So we go in, we play a few of our story songs. We ask people to contribute stories, and then we add them to the Your Stories in song.co.uk website.
Fantastic.
Yes, that's got part. Probably half of it is the archiving of these stories. They're going onto this website, so that they are they're staying there, the stories, but also they're there as inspiration for anybody to do some kind of creative project. It could be songwriting. It could be you think it's a really good inspiration for a painting or an illustration of some sort. Or actually writing a bit of prose or poetry.
So, we'll talk in more depth as the evening goes on about this. And the website's up on the screen there if you want to go and visit that. Save that till later, but it's up there for now. We'll keep that up for a little bit. But the other thing about doing these things is what's really nice is we kind of start to involve the Milton Hyde community a little bit. You've got a lot of followers, one of whom is actually with us this evening. And there's other people we need to say hello to. So let's bring Jade into the studio as well.
There she is.
Hi, Jade.
Hi, Jade.
Hey, Jade.
Lovely to see you.
Jade's going to be with us all evening. Jade is one of the 3 J's when it comes to Milton
Yes.
Hyde, isn't she?
Yes. That's the extended band.
Yes, it's Jade, Jim and Joe, isn't it?
Indeed. So the 3 J's. Not performing with us in the studio tonight, but if you come out to a Milton Hyde show, if you come to Bluebell Roots or something like that, then you'll often find Jade here and sometimes singing along with Jim and Joe as well. So, other people to say hello to. There's quite a few people online at the moment. Lots of people watching. If you want to get involved in the conversation, you can do like Sarah has done. Sarah has said hello over there.
Hi, Sarah.
So nice to see you in there, Sarah. If you want to comment on either the YouTube, Jade's saying hi as well. If you want to comment on the YouTube or the Facebook live stream. Sorry, Jade, sorry?
Who's Sarah?
Sarah is one of Jim and Joe's friends.
Yes,
Sarah Hines.
Yeah,
Sarah
good friend
Hines.
who's moved away. He's not in this area anymore, so we're looking forward to catching up, hopefully later on this year.
Excellent stuff. So, yeah, if you want to comment with anything about the songs this evening, or you've got questions to ask, or if you've got some ideas. Jim, you were talking about that at one point.
Well, yeah. What we've done in a couple of the gigs is we've actually put together a song that's going a little bit far, a chorus based on
The start of a song.
yeah, based on a suggestion that was given to us at the gig. So that's been really good fun, actually.
Yeah, so far we did Jackson the Cat.
Jackson the Cat
And
was a highlight.
that was down in Eastbourne. And in Crowborough, we started a song about Nutley Windmill.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I like Jackson the cat because it was about what was it? It was about a cat that kept waking up somebody's son, wasn't it? Who was hungover generally.
Nobody
By
needs
sitting
that.
on his chest.
Nobody needs that. Right. Okay. We'll say goodbye to Jade very briefly. We'll
See you
come
later,
back to
Jade.
Jade. We'll see you in a bit. And I want you to get on with some music if that's okay.
Yeah.
So tell us what you're going to start off with tonight.
Well, we're going to start with it's a bit of a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
It's one you've heard before, many of you. It's called "I'll Dance for You for Tuppence."
Alrighty. So let's get those silly little microphones out of the way and swap over to the other ones.
Those ones.
And get yourself
So all of our songs are, sorry Neil. All of our songs are well, pretty much all of them are story based, and this one is about my mum and a certain turn of phrase that she has when we take liberties or took liberties with her when we were little and asked for a cup of tea or something when she was busy. She'd say these words, in fact.
I'll dance for you for tuppence.
There you go.
That sounds just like Rosie.
I know, it's
doesn't
like
it?
a cross between
Like she's in the
my
room.
mum and Minnie Mouse. I thought
I don't know why I go so high, actually. when
She's
I
not
do
that
now.
high, no.
Is it a Monty Python thing?
So I'll dance for you for tuppence. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Well, my old mum's got a saying you probably ain't heard before. She says it when she's had enough. That's when you know the score. Ask her nice for a cuppa, or maybe an egg banjo. You ain't misheard. She used these words when she tells you where to go. I'll dance for you for tuppence. That's what you'll hear her say. This ain't Edie's snack bar. You better walk away. What's your last slave die off? She'll ask you with a smile. Dance for you for tuppence once I've stuffed this crocodile. That's another one she came out with. Well, she makes the best egg banjos this side of the Thames, and her roast potatoes are greasy little gems. For afters we'll get trifle, serves it with a sigh. Waits for Dad to ask her, what, no apple pie? Oh, Wally, I'll dance for you for tuppence. That's what you'll hear her say. This ain't Edie's snack bar. You better walk away. What's your last slave die off? She'll ask you with a smile. Dance for you for tuppence once I've stuffed this crocodile. Well, Dad's gone and lost his hammer. He knows he put it down. He searched all round the garage. It ain't nowhere to be found. Mum's out in the garden, hanging out the wash. Drops her smalls when Wally calls. The words ain't none too posh. Oh, Wally, I'll dance for you for tuppence. That's what you'll hear her say. This ain't Edie's snack bar. You better walk away. What's your last slave die off? She'll ask you with a smile. Dance for you for tuppence once I've stuffed this crocodile. Well, my old mum's a diamond, and now you know the score. If you take the mickey, she'll give you what for. Everyone loves Rosie. I'm 53, but I'll always be my mum's little boy.
I know Jade is doing this one back at home. Oh, Jimmy, I'll dance for you for tuppence. That's what you'll hear her say. This ain't Edie snack bar.
You better walk away.
You better walk away.
What's your last slave dial?
What's your last slave dial?
She'll ask you with
She'll
a
ask
smile.
you with a smile.
Dance for you for tuppence once I've stuffed this crocodile. Everyone, I'll dance for you for tuppence. That's what you'll hear her
That's what
say.
you'll hear her say.
This ain't Edie's snack bar.
This ain't Edie's snack bar.
You better walk away.
You better walk away.
What's your last slave
What's
dial?
your last slave dial? She'll ask you with a smile. Dance for you for tuppence once I've stuffed this crocodile.
And at which point in the studio, this would be the case where when everybody would be clapping. Of course, they're clapping at home. If you want to clap along, then what you need to do is to send some claps on the comments. If you're following on Facebook, then you can just comment below the live video, and you can, and similarly on the YouTube, you can just comment there and send some claps along. That would be lovely. We know there's a lot of you watching. We can see it in the corner. We have the technology here to
Sorry, we keep looking at the screen
see
over there.
things here. Yeah, sorry. I've overdone the tech, haven't I? I think. Maybe I'll turn that off.
We are surrounded by tech in
Got
this
so
room.
many,
It's just-
yes. Don't worry about G5. I mean, or 5G rather. It's all going on here.
I would love to get Jade back
Yes,
in
indeed.
the studio. Jade, can you do the "Oh Jimmy" bit for us,
Oh, yeah,
please?
good idea.
I'm loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nice and
do it now.
loud.
Oh, Jimmy.
Lovely. We love that.
Fab. Thank you, Jade. That's brilliant.
Always adds so
This
much
one,
to
who
it.
does this bit?
What was that?
Look this. I think you got this one. Oh, Jimmy.
That's
very
even better.
good.
Even
Yes.
better. That's
Lord.
brilliant. She's been practicing.
Yeah, you have been
Been
practicing.
practicing. So, quick hello to Debbie. Debbie,
Debbie.
Hi,
one of
Debbie.
the studio assistants at Hailsham FM. and
Oh,
resident
Debbie's
poet.
already got some things on the Your Stories in Song.
Yes.
She has,
website. Yeah.
She says, hi, Jim, Josie, and Neil. And a round of applause from Debbie as well.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you,
Debbie. It's great. Thank you. I like it when people do what I tell them to do.
I know, it's nice. Makes a nice change.
Okay, let's move on because I mean the point we're here for is the music this evening. Temperatures rising.
Yes.
So this was inspired by Global's Women's Marches. Tell us a little bit about this.
Yes, well, the Global Women's Marches started in 2017, about the time of the inauguration of Donald Trump. And
He's not coming back. He's not coming back. Tell me.
No, no thanks.
His policies were a threat to women's rights, and also his plans for a wall were a threat to freedom, basically. So this story is about those people who, this song rather, it's about people who stand up and be counted, it's wave their banners. So it's called Temperatures Rising because it was at a time of an awful lot of things were happening. We had Brexit as well, and there were the People's Vote marches. There was Build Bridges, Not Walls. So there were a lot of protests and people standing up and making their voices heard. And the temperature literally was rising.
And it was an inspiration to you in terms of what you were recording and releasing at the time as well.
It was, yes, yeah,
Became
and it's strangely coincided with the sort of the one of the themes of our album, which is now called Temperatures Rising, was the menopause. So that was the temperature was literally rising here.
And
as
in
well.
here it's getting
It
warm
is,
in
yes,
here
it's
as
getting
well
warm,
now.
so it's
When you
very
start to
appropriate.
notice us melt. Right, okay, let's hear this one. Let's have temperatures rising.
Put this one up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Get my hairbrush.
I'm allowed to sing.
You want to sing along, Jade?
I'm allowed.
Well, what song will be best for Jade to sing on tonight, do you think? Let's think, Jade. What songs do you know the words to that you do with Jim and Joe sometimes?
What's
Let's
your
think.
favourite? What's your favourite one to sing, Jade?
I've got this.
This one.
This one?
Hang on,
Temperatures rising?
hang on a second. She's just getting something. Jade's off. She's gone to get an instrument, I think. So if Jim and Joe are looking across the
got
thing.
the,
Oh, you got the words.
got the words.
Ah, so what's that one then,
Taking the
Jade?
mics
Which one? That's right. We can still hear you.
Okay.
Moments at the Pinto.
The one at the Panto. Oh, we're
okay.
doing that one tonight.
It's not on our
planning
list.
to do that one. We'll see how the time goes with that one.
Yeah, maybe if there's
Okay.
time for it a bit later. All right. Okay,
Right.
so let's have temperatures rising first. We'll say cheerio to Jade just for a moment. Give us a wave, Jade, to say goodbye for a moment. Oh, she's off. And we'll hear temperatures rising.
Ooh. Malcontent people, families are strange, made the wrong choices, cried out for change, cried out for change. Drank in the fiction, believe in the lies, spoon fed by media, logic defied, logic defied, and the crowds take to the streets, banners unfurled, rejecting injustice all over the world, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising, democracy falls, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising, democracy falls. All the cries issued forth make us great again. Someone's at fault, someone's to blame, someone's to blame. Sweep out the dead, get rid of the meek, those who ain't like us, those who are weak. God help the weak, and it's a short step from pure blood, an Aryan race. Fascism is rearing its hideous face, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising, democracy falls, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising, democracy falls. And it's a short step from pure blood, an Aryan race. Fascism's rearing its hideous face. Hold on to your brother, your neighbour, your friend. Run to your walls. Ride the storm till the end. Ride till the end. And the crowds take to the streets, and it's unfurled, rejecting injustice all over the world, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising, democracy falls, burning our bridges, rebuilding walls, temperatures rising,
Temperatures Rising, the title song of the Milton Hyde's album. First full album, wasn't it? Is that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Because you had the EP, the Little Fish EP before that.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's talk just very briefly then.
Sorry, when I come to the end of that song, I always feel like there should be a monitor speak here that I can put my foot on, and there never is.
A hand up in the air,
Such a shame.
It definitely would work well. Let's bring Jade back into the studio as well.
There she is.
Shall we?
Jade.
We know she'd bopping along there, Jade, as well. Very quickly, a hello to Graham King. Says, hi, Jim and Joe. Enjoyed you at Twickfolk with Susan and Mark watching tonight from
good.
Graham. So hi to Graham.
Hi, Graham.
Thanks for tuning in. Share it with your friends and let them know. There's a good almost 20 people in the room at the moment. So do say hi, please. Do make sure you comment on the Facebook page or on YouTube if you are watching, just like Doug Morgan has as well. There's Douglas
Hi, Doug.
saying hello. Thanks
Long
for
time
joining
no
us this evening, Douglas. It's nice to hear from you. And as I said earlier, if you've got any questions for Jim and Joe, then pop them in the comments as well. If you've got questions about any particular songs or about your Stories in Song project as well. Okay, let's move on to the next song. This is a song that I'm not so familiar with, Commonplace, which has sort of got a subtitle as well, hasn't it? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we called this song, first of all, it was called Commonplace because that's the title of it originally. And then we thought that a great title would be Festival of Freaks. It's a line that comes up in the song.
Right.
And it's not saying, basically it's saying we're all freaks. There is no individual, we're all individuals. We're all totally unique. We all bring in something different to the world. So if you're feeling, if you feel you don't fit in, actually, I think we all feel a bit like that.
That's absolutely the truth. I think
Yes.
everybody is their own person. You're absolutely right. Inspired by a visit to Purbeck as well.
Purbeck Valley Folk Festival, yes, just after lockdown, and it's a really inclusive festival, and people were just there to have a good time. And we saw Grace Petrie there, who sang a wonderful song, Black Tie. Yeah. And we could see the effect it was having on people there, and it inspired us. And we wrote this song immediately after that. We went back to the tent and wrote this song.
It'd be lovely to think that Grace was watching tonight after having met you last night.
It would be nice, yes. We actually said hello to her.
We gave her a CD.
Last night, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Gave her a copy of the CD.
Yeah,
it hasn't got this song on it yet. We haven't recorded this one yet. But it might be going on the next album.
All right, let's hear it.
You know
Oh,
what?
go on.
That was what I thought of the...
Right. We're talking about names for the next album.
Okay. All right. Shove your little mics out the way. Let's go live on the proper musical microphones. We're swapping about here, and if you're wondering why, it's because on these mics, the ones that Jim and Joseph are playing for the music are much better for the musical side of things, whereas the others, we can get your voices nice and clear for the podcasty element of this bit, the chatty bits as well.
It's a good dancey one, Jade.
All right, so dance along with this, Jade. Right, let's... I know Jade's going to be disappearing just during the song so that we can see Jim and Joe full speed. So, full speed? Full size. All right, let's have this. Commonplace.
Yeah, we are only ever at normal speed, never at full speed.
I have 2 speeds, dead slow and stop. That's my 2 speeds.
Right, here we go.
Threads in this multi We are all exceptions to the rule. However you express yourself, that's cool. When we're not judgmental, the exceptional's acceptable. We are truly special, one and all. Dog Martens go with sari silk. There's badges on your hats. A multicoloured tie-dye shirt goes well with that cravat. Long hair, short hair, grey hair, none. Plaited dreads or free. Sandals, wellies, barefoot. What's inside we cannot see. When you don't fit in the place you're in, the problems are in the place. Each of us is commonplace in some amazing commonplace. When at last you feel at home in your complicated skin, you belong right here in this place. It's commonplace we're in. You belong right here in this place. It's commonplace we're in. Yeah.
Oh, lovely stuff. Don't put the guitar down. I think we'll go straight into another one, shall we? Rather than
Okay.
me yakking on for a bit.
All right,
So-
this is a gentle one. I'm going to read this bit because this is one that we wrote before we did the Your Stories in Song event down in Eastbourne for Compass Community Arts. They have an amazing exhibition on in the Beacon Centre down in Eastbourne at the moment as a sort of culmination of things they've been doing for the big conversation. This is all to do with the Turner Prize that's being hosted at the Towner in Eastbourne. And there's so many amazing things there. They produced a catalogue, and we went through this catalogue before we went to the exhibition. And one thing that sort of stood out for me was a piece by... should I be talking into this microphone?
You
A piece
can.
by... it was entitled Housewife by Mary Thurston, and it's about Pearl Mary and Nellie Louise and the following generations of females and their strong connections. Her artwork features buttons which came from Nellie Louise's button tin. I remember spending hours sorting through my mum's button tin. So this it just lent itself that I could remember all of those buttons. In fact, I was going to bring it this evening.
Button tin is
Mum
just
has given
lovely,
me the
isn't
button
it?
tin.
Oh, has she? Oh,
yeah.
My nana had one. I don't know who got that, actually, but I think it might be my cousin. But a button tin as a kid
Yeah.
was a marvellous toy.
Yes.
What a marvellous
Yeah,
toy.
especially if you're into sort of sorting things out and lining things up. It's
Yeah.
just brilliant,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
But
yeah.
also, yeah, they each of those buttons has a story.
Yeah.
This is one that I can never remember how it starts. What's the first line?
Sliding open.
I remember. Sorry. You're in safe hands, don't worry.
Sliding open the dresser drawer, find a faded biscuit tin, prizing open the rusty lid, a treasure of buttons within. Pinks and greens and blues, beady black pinned eyes, pearly shells and leaves, a treasure of memories. Tiny brown worn leather ball once adorned a coat. Smell the fabric and feel the It's waiting, folding me. Pictures on shiny domes of brass. Loops still hold the thread. A treasured blaze are cast aside. Once a source of pride. Delicate peach, wooden square. From a honeymoon outfit. Now a dress for a little girl. Mother's perfume lingers still.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. That's absolutely lovely. Let's get back on those other mics and have a chat about that because, as I say, there's something very reminiscent about playing with a tin of buttons. Did you have a tin of buttons, Jim?
Me?
Yeah.
Only chocolate buttons.
Oh, even better. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's say hello to a couple of people who've
I must
commented.
say, Graham, who messaged in a little while ago. I think it was Graham who we went home, got the train with.
Oh,
And
right,
it's-
yes.
So I hope your mum's all right, Graham. If that's you, I think that was right. You're going back to see your mum.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Let us
I hope you're
know,
doing well.
Graham, in the
And
comments.
that was at Twickenham, which is a lovely folk club up in
Yes,
Twickenham.
gorgeous place.
We had a really nice time up
Lovely
there with,
part of the world.
Yeah, with a nice, really lovely band called the Gillies, who have played here
Yes.
Yeah.
in the kitchen. So if you get the chance to see the Gillies, I thoroughly recommend them.
Let's say hello to Philippa. She's listening and
Philippa.
watching from about 10
We're in your
yards away.
kitchen.
We should say thank you to Philippa and Michael. If you've just tuned in and you're wondering what it's all about, it's Milton Hyde live stream, but it's specifically for your stories in song as well. So we're going to be talking about that in some more detail at some point. Actually, when we get to one of the songs that is one of the Your Stories in Song songs, it would make sense to talk about it at that point, would it? Yes.
Yes, well, that was.
Is that
was
what
one.
this is? Oh, that
So,
was
well,
one, was it?
This is a. Do you want to talk about this one?
No, you talk about that.
Right.
Well, can I say hello to a couple of people before?
Yes,
Because otherwise
yes, do, yeah.
I'll get behind. That's terrible. I want to say hello to David and to Tina as well. Regulars here at
Hi,
Bluebell
Tina.
Roots,
Hi,
who,
David.
Oh, glad you could
both
tune in.
saying hi. Debbie loves it. She says it's all sounding very good and very clear.
Oh, that's nice.
And
excellent sound technician. Of course.
thank you.
It's a bit of touch and go before we were getting on.
What? Who? This chap? You mean DJ Neil Povey? But yes, thank you. Thanks for having me along to do this. I love doing this. It's been a long time since we've done something like this because this is what we did all through lockdown with Bluebell Roots, isn't it? And it
Yes,
was,
it's one of the things that you miss about lockdown, not doing
It was
live
quite good
streams.
fun.
It was good fun getting
yeah.
loads of people coming in and watching in the
Yeah.
studio and musicians along together and joining in on top. Good evening to Alex, who says top stuff. Oh, look, I can put the comments on the page.
Hey,
wow,
Alex.
look at that. Top stuff, MH and Neil. Thank you very much. And so there's David. He's doing a little wavy hi and a hi guys from Tina as well. I've forgotten we could do that. It's so long since I've
we've
used
got the
this
screen
software.
there, and I need binoculars really.
Oh, right. I'll move it in closer during one of your songs. If you hear some clattering, that's what it'll be. All right, tell us about Brixham Angels.
So, Brixham Angels, I'm going to read this, otherwise I'll forget it all. So, when we performed at the Brixham Folk Club in 2022, a lady called Holly came up to us at the end and suggested we write a song about the Brixham Angel and told us the legend. During the Great Gale of January 1866, the lights of the town went out and the beacon on the harbour was washed away. The women folk gathered together anything that burned, including clothes and furniture, to make a fire on the beach to guide the boats in. The flames appeared in the shape of angel wings to those at sea. So while we researched this legend, we came across the history of the Brixham women fish hawkers. They're formidable women who worked on the land in the deep sea trawler fishing industry while the menfolk were working at the sea. They were persecuted for raising their voices to buy and sell fish in the Dutch auctions. Do you know what Dutch auctions are?
I know. No,
It's
I
like-
would
it's sort
have tried an answer, but that just would have been me being.
It's like a back to
starts
front.
come down. Yeah,
Yeah, back to front
prices come
auction.
down.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you have to be you sort of hold your nerve and sort of go in as low as you possibly can.
Right, okay.
But somebody else might get in there first. So yeah, they were often fined and jailed for disturbing the peace. But they stood their ground, and the laws were changed to allow them to participate evenly with the men. Brixham became known as the mother of the deep sea fisheries. And there's an exhibition at Brixham Museum. When we returned in 2023 to perform this song at the Brixham Folk Club, Holly came along and she brought with her some, as part of an art project related to the Brixham wives, there were some aprons created, 3 aprons embroidered and appliqued with the fish stocks, past, present and future. So it's a sort of commentary on how the fish stocks have depleted.
Okay, all right, let's hear it. Brixham Angels. Let's move your other
And
mics
I
out the
need
way.
to read this one, don't know it yet.
I was a bit premature then.
No, it's all right. Carry on. Mothers, sisters, wives and daughters, 5, give me 4, I'll go to 3. Raise our voices as fish hawkers, mothers of the deep sea fisheries are we. Selling turbot, sprats and mackerel, whiting, cod, grey mullet and sole, gutting, salting and packing the barrel, making nets and mending the creel. Brixham working wives are young and old, growing veg and knitting the gansey, washing kids and scrubbing the threshold, while the Brixham trawlers are at sea. Mothers, sisters, wives and daughters, 5, give me 4, I'll go to 3. Raise our voices as fish hawkers, mothers of the deep sea fisheries are we. Profanity and cursing, neglecting your children, fingers pointing at the working wife. A night in a cell or a fine of a shilling, we'll fight and shout for a right to live this life. Mothers, sisters, wives and daughters, 5, give me 4, I'll go to 3. Raise our voices as fish hawkers, mothers of the deep sea fisheries are we. Back in January 66, a great gale hit us from the north. Seeking shelter, vessels more than 60 trapped when the storm hit Torbay's mouth. The beacon gone, the lights went out, the wives of Brixham, they did shout. Bring to the quayside what you can, we'll build a fire to guide them home. Chairs and tables we carried to the harbour, clothes and mattresses alike. Anything that burned we piled to build a beacon. Soon the night was filled with light. Our menfolk trapped out on the waves, saw fiery angel wings ablaze. Many perished in that storm, but Brixham's angel brought some home. 6 months long our husbands will be fleeting as we keep our families alive. Angels watch them till once again we're meeting, young and old, our Brixham wives. Mothers, sisters, wives and daughters, 5, give me 4, I'll go to 3. Raise your voices as fish hawkers, mothers of the deep sea fisheries are we. Sisters, wives and daughters, 5, give me 4, I'll
Milton Hyde. Oh, sorry, I spoke over your flourish at the end there. Sorry about that.
The rock and roll ending.
Yeah, the rock and roll ending. Bring your mic down, Jim. And what we'll do, I think perhaps let's bring Jade back in and say hi to Jade again. She's a big part of the Milton Hyde family, Jade. Are you enjoying yourself this evening, Jade?
Yeah.
Excellent. That sounds good. We're all this technology, and we ought to be able to hear Jade really clearly, but all I can manage to do is get it to come out the speaker on my computer for some reason. But we can just about hear you.
It's nice that we can hear you, though.
It is. It's really great that we can hear you without having to put headphones on or anything like that.
Just wanted to say about the Bricks and Angels, that was a sort of a forerunner to the Your Stories in Song, but it's a really good example of what it's all about. It's about keeping a story alive of something, a local legend or
memories,
events.
Memories. Yeah, it doesn't have to be something sort of historic. It could be just a memory of childhood, or
people or places.
Yeah, it could be a memory of something you had for breakfast.
Facts or legends, even local legends and things like that. So
definitely, it could be fiction, could be anything.
How has this? How have you been able to run this project? What's because I understand you've had some funding for this.
Yes,
you want to give
we got lottery funding. So yes, we're very grateful to anybody who's played the lottery, because you've helped to contribute to this. And we're trying to get it out to as many people as possible, to involve as many people, not necessarily in not just in sharing their stories, but also in coming to the events. We're going to be hosting an event at Pickham's in June, just around the corner, so look up Pickham's. You'll find all of these on the website, the Your Stories in Song website. And we're also hoping to do one. We're trying to find a venue at the moment to hold a large event in Hailsham for the Hailsham Festival in September. And we're also doing, as Jim said earlier, a couple of performances at local schools, which will be for the schools and families. But we're also doing some in local libraries, so they're open to anybody. Schools
will be, I imagine, rich places for stories. Children love telling stories, so you might find that you come away with a lot of source material. So,
we're hoping so.
Particularly primary schools.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're trying to make those ones in particular, and the libraries actually, we're trying to make them cross-generational, so that small kids might come in with their grandparents or even great-grandparents. That would be amazing.
That's another part of the project, is to get people sharing stories with each other as well, across the generations.
Brilliant stuff. Now, thinking of across the generation, I've just a quick message on here for Jade. Look, Jade, Tina's saying hi to you, Jade, on there.
Hi, Tina.
I've got to try and keep up with all these messages. The next song actually is very much a kind of cross-generational thing for you, isn't it? So I'll let you explain this one, Jim.
Sure, yeah. Well, this is a song... I like playing this one. It's one of my favourite ones to play. I wrote it about my dad a few years ago when he wasn't terribly well, and he came back fighting fit, and dedicate this one to him because he's managed to injure himself and he's in a little bit of pain, but he's all right. He's doing good.
He won't stop, Dad, will he?
He won't stop. Man is unstoppable. Anyway, this is called Riding the Whale, and it goes back to a time when I was little. There was a time when I was little, and I've got 3 beautiful sisters and a brother. And a wonderful brother.
He doesn't have an adjective.
Bob.
Sorry, Jade.
What's that, Jade?
What's Jim's brother's name?
It's Bob.
Nice and easy to
so
remember.
This one goes out to Bob as
Even
well.
if you spell it the wrong way around, it's easy.
Yeah, it's a palindromic name. Anyway, when we were little, we'd go swimming or go to the swimming pool or go to the seaside, and my dad would give us a ride on his back in the water, and we used to call it whale ride. So this goes back to the time when we were kids, and we didn't have to worry about anything apart from where your mum and dad's hand was. That's what it is. I'm going to put this up.
Yeah.
My guitars, actually, I've left my guitars by the fire. That's not such a good idea, perhaps. Make sure this big fella's in tune.
were sorting out the set list earlier, we thought these two would go quite nicely because we've been talking about the coast and the fisheries, and then thought, what other songs have we got about the sea? Riding the Whale. It's perfect. Actually, we've got quite a lot of songs that mention water at the sea. Right, he's ready.
I'm your child, I feel it in my blood. Carry me through the tempest and the flood. Nourish me and always keep me warm. Show me how to protect myself from harm. Salt on my legs, wind in my hair, sun on my back, having to care, crushing the waves, racing the gulls, wanting to yell, riding the whale. Place your finger firmly in my hand. See your footprints in the moonlit sand. Your tail and I can feel your strength. Salt on my lips, wind in my hair, sun on my back, having to care, crashing the waves, racing the gulls, wanting to yell, I'm riding the whale.
Just beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Riding the Whale from Milton. Hi, thank you guys. I know if that was a room full of people, there'd be a huge round of applause right now. I tell you what, I'm getting very conscious of time. Should we go straight on to the next one?
Yeah.
There's another good story with it, but I think this song tells its own story pretty well, doesn't it? What do you think?
It does, yeah. It's a true story, true, very sad story. Basically about terrible homesickness, an airman or ground crew suffering from PTSD, stole an aircraft, tried to fly home from Suffolk to Virginia, and didn't make it because he wasn't a pilot. And there was a transcript of the conversation he had with his wife from the cockpit of the plane. That's what this song is based on.
Dedicate this one to Henry Ayres. It's called Buckle Up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and... I'm 23. I've seen more life than most. I've served you well, abandoning my post. My heart's ripped open. I need to hold her hand. I'm heading west. I'm Virginia bound. Find a bird, make her ready to fly. Fill her up, I'll see you by and by.
Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home.
That is all I need to know. Voice as sweet as cherry wine. She tells me little Henry is doing fine. I got some trouble, I'll call you back in 5 if I'm still alive. I was overcooked, but they were blind to all of the signs. I was gonna bow, it was just a matter of time. When your mind's remote, when your mind's on fire, blues can't quench that flame. You can't get a grip, you can't even say your name. You buckle up, make sure that runway's clear. Hit that switch, 'cause I'm out of here. Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home. That is all I need to know. Voice as sweet as cherry wine. She tells me little Henry is doing fine. I got some trouble, I'll call you back in 5 if I'm still alive. In 69,
Sergeant Meyer took that plane. He was heading home, but he was never seen again. You buckle up, make sure that runway is clear. Hit that switch, 'cause I'm out of here. Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home. Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home. Ooh. Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home. Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home.
I'm coming home.
That is all I need to know.
I'm coming home.
Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home.
I'm coming home.
That is all I need to know.
I'm coming home.
Oh, my Jane, I'm coming home. That is all I need to know. Voice as sweet as cherry wine. She tells me little Henry is doing fine. I got some trouble, I'll call you back in 5.
Milton Hyde and Buckle Up. That one, you're rubbing your eyes, but that one, I find that one quite moving, that song. It really is. It's quite special. And it's a sort of story of desperation, but it's timeless as well. I'm sure there are people in the world now that are in service and so on that probably feel that same desire to be home and not be where they are. So
And mental health wasn't treated. I mean, I'm sure there's still gaps in the military now, but back in the late 60s, PTSD wasn't really recognised, was it? And and so they weren't. There was no treatment for.
No, I think you're right. I mean, we're all very much more aware of those kind of issues now, and like you say, services have definitely got better. But I don't think it stops people feeling the way that they need to feel and that need to get home. You actually recently involved in a home-based project. Actually, if you got a couple of minutes, remind us of what it was called down at the Grove Theatre.
Oh, Notes Home.
Notes Home. Yes, that's
Home,
right.
yes.
Which was a lovely sort of collaborative thing.
So we collaborated with several people who are on the Long Way Home Productions label, and it was all on the theme of the overall theme was just Notes Home, and it was open to interpretation, and there was some beautiful things covered in
so
that.
we had dance, it was multimedia poetry, and then other artists, Phil Jones and Andy Melrose and others as well. On the piano, what was the pianist's name? I forget. Maple. Yes.
Preston Ellis.
That's brilliant. Some great stuff there. So that was a lovely project. And I'm going to bring up because it's home and we're not far from home here at the Bates Green Farm Kitchen. Jade's at home in what appears to be her library.
Oh, you're in the library.
Have you read all of those books behind you, Jade?
The sitting room, actually.
It's the sitting room. I beg your pardon. I'm
sitting
so
room
sorry.
with lots of books.
Sitting room.
Very, very good indeed, yes. Now, this one is particularly locally based, actually, and this is one of, I'd like to think, probably one of the earliest songs I remember you guys performing,
That
actually.
brilliant.
The what, sorry, Jade?
That song's brilliant.
It is
you.
brilliant. You're absolutely right. And actually, a couple of people, while we're talking about people's comments on the songs as well, let's pop up a couple on the screen. Andy Maybe loving Riding the Whale.
Oh, hi, Andy.
Thank you, Andy.
Nice to hear from you, Andy. David,
All the songs.
you love all the songs.
Oh, yeah.
And
Jade's a bit of a super fan.
She is
Oh,
a
in fact,
super
Jade,
fan.
we've got a present for you.
Oh, really?
Yes. When we were seeing Grace Petrie last night, we got an extra CD for you, and it's signed.
Very good. Keep going with Jade's ever-increasing collection.
Yes,
got a
you
massive
have so
collection.
You
many
have every
CDs.
artist that we have here in the kitchen for Bluebell Roots and so on. So then David's giving you a little round of applause there.
Hey,
as well.
David.
And Sarah's with Terry. So it's not just Sarah.
Oh, hey, Terry.
Yeah, thanks for your comments and do please
Yeah.
keep commenting
Enjoying
if you,
this.
you're enjoying it. Well,
Yes.
we're all
That's good.
enjoying it, Jay. Thank you
Having
for
a
being
nice
here
time.
with us. It's lovely to have you. It wouldn't be a time in the kitchen with Milton Hyde without Jade around, so
No.
it's lovely to have you here. We'd love for you to ask questions if you want to ask questions about the Stories in Song project or about any of the songs that Jim and Joe are singing tonight. Then please do comment either on the live Facebook or the live YouTube, whichever you're watching on. Joe, you've got.
What is it?
What's Josie got? Yeah, Josie, tell us what you got.
I have
please.
got these are the leaflets that we have. So you can either send us your story ideas for the project online. So go to the website and you'll find a form to fill in. Or if you see us in person, we have these forms that you can fill in as well and put your stories on there. We're getting a. Oh,
There's
getting a-
introducing Mr. Neil Povey.
he's on screen. See, he's not naked really.
He just threw some clothes on quickly.
Oh, lovely.
So there's the leaflet.
Wasn't that?
Room on the back for you to write your story. Jade, you could write us a story.
Well, Jade's
Jade's already
already sent us an idea, and I thought it was actually a very good idea. It's what would Aladdin's story have been if he hadn't found the magic lamp? I think that's a really good idea.
I like that. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's a great one. Yeah, very good.
But you
indeed.
need to tell us what Aladdin would do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to come up with.
Yes.
Say it again, Jade. Sorry.
I'll bring some more soon.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
all right.
Lovely.
Oh,
That would be
right.
nice.
Okay, well, look, this is a local song, which is one of the earliest ones that I heard you guys do. And talking of home, it's a very homey sort of theme, isn't it? Littlefield, which is a local property.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and in February a couple of years ago. Oh, I'll do this.
Yeah,
in
you
here.
can do it. That's fine.
February a couple of years ago, I was out walking Megan, our dog, on a really nasty, stormy,
this,
rainy, yucky night. It was dark, and the house had been empty for a while, and there was a little light on there, and it just cheered me up and made me write a song.
You
That's
were
what this
you were obviously in that right kind of mood. as
Yeah,
you
well, you
passed,
need the dark to bring the light, don't you?
Oh,
Wow!
I wish
Did
I'd
I
thought of
who
that.
just said that? But it's true, isn't it?
Jim's ill philosophical this evening. Okay, so a light came on. Littlefield, the song is called, isn't it?
Littlefield. Yes.
I know words of it.
You know the words for this?
Well, perhaps join in on the chorus, Jade.
Yeah,
You
that'd be
sure?
great. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Hello.
Join in on the. Yes, you are. We'll leave you on the screen for this one, Jade.
At the ending of the day, it's home we make our way. Not one makes the news. Despair can take control. It sleeps within your soul. No matter what card you're dealt, you're going to lose. I see through the trees a window in the night. A house that was dark now shares a little light. And the birds they sang,
And the bells they rang, and the light came on in Littlefield.
they left the house in June. It slept silent as the tomb. It sat there empty as the leaves turn cold. and the birds they sang, and the bells they rang, and a light came on in little field. How dark the night can seem, how dark can be your dream, how dark can be the hour before the day. We struggle with this load, we stumble on this road. How hard in the dark to find your way. A light in the dark, a beacon, see it shine, help you find your way, an optimistic sign. And the birds they sang, and the bells they rang, and the light came on in little fields. And the birds they sang, and the bells they rang, and the light came on in little fields.
I see through the trees.
A winter in the night, a house that once was dark now shares a light.
I see through the trees.
A winter in the night, a house that once was dark now shares a light.
Oh, just lovely. Thank you, Jade, for
Thank you.
joining
Thanks,
in on
Jade.
that
Lovely
one as
singing.
well. Just lovely. I had to move the camera a little bit during that. Sorry about the juddering, because that was as I moved the camera, it juddered a bit. Because otherwise, I'd cut you off, Jim. I'm afraid. So.
No bad thing.
All right, let's move on. This is very much a stories in song, song, isn't it? Your stories in song. This one.
Yes, it is. Sorry, I was just thinking we're going to have to cut a couple of these out.
Yeah,
So we're going to go. We'll do this one, the next one, then we'll skip the next two.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. I shall mark that off with my
So you got-
mind.
Yes.
We're aiming to
So-
finish about 10 o'clock.
Okay. Just a quick comment on the Facebook here. One of my favourites says Sarah. As you know me, I love it so much, she says.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, Sarah, for that. So tell us about this one then. This is it's probably the most unusually titled song that you've released, and you've done a few.
Well, we couldn't call it anything else,
No.
actually, because
Yes,
the locals. What's that, Jade? Say something.
I'll say something to Sarah, actually.
Oh, talking to Sarah.
You were talking to Sarah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't let us interrupt your
Yeah,
evening.
just have a private conversation. Well, this was actually a suggestion of our first Your Stories in Song event that we did.
About, bless her, that's all.
Oh, you were just saying bless her to Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, Jade. I'm struggling to hear because of the way that we've got things set up in here. I'm trying desperately to hear everything that's going on. I've got a pair of headphones on, which is stopping me hearing what Jade's saying. So yeah, this is a very.
You knew.
Beg you what? No, you're not annoying me. Don't be silly. Never annoy me, Jade. But no, thank you for thinking of it. But no, not at all. No, I hope I'm not annoying you. I hope I'm not ignoring you. Either, so I don't mean to. So so the I'll let you say the title because it's fabulous.
Oh, but this is the Chiddingly onion pie murder, and this was a notorious court case back in the middle of the 19th century, and it involves a pie, some onion, and some arsenic and a woman called Sarah French, who poisoned her husband William to death. But she was tried. This is a bit of a spoiler alert, but the point of it was she was the last person to be hanged publicly in Lewes. The Lewes prison just down the road, and that was only, when you think that was like the middle of the 19th century, it's pretty barbaric and not that long ago.
Yeah, it is. And if you look around the world, there are still death sentences in place in many, many places. So even though we might think ourselves progressive, it's not that long ago in our history.
No. And one of the things that we did find when we were researching this is we found newspaper reports of the time and transcripts of the trial, which was held at the Six Bells in Chiddingly.
They used to have trials in pubs.
I know.
What a brilliant idea. That still goes on today, to be fair. Unofficially.
Yeah. And it seems that her lover might have had more to do with it than was apparent at the time. But it didn't seem to make any difference because she was found complicit, and so she had to pay the price.
On Christmas Eve in Chiddingly in 1851, Sarah French served onion pie to husband William. To spend her life with another was her heart's desire. William French will die. James Hickman, he was courting Sarah's sister Jane. Says Sarah, if you'll marry me, I'm due £500. Said Hickman, I'll not lie with you while your husband is alive. William French must die. The house was overrun with mice. Arsenic was the cure. It also did for William, of that we can be sure. In a second inquest, poisoning was ruled the reason why. William French will die. Lewes prison walls have seen some horrors in the past, but Sarah French's hanging, it turned out to be the last. Did Hickman dodge the hangman's noose with a clever lie? It mattered not which one of them put poison in the pie. Sarah French must die. 3 weeks after William died, a warrant was obtained. Sarah French arrested on that January day. A 12-man jury gathered at the Six Bells Inn nearby. Sarah to be tried. The jury heard the arsenic came from Mrs. Crowhurst's girl. I've been married once too often, she had said to Miss Russell. James Hickman called as witness to the jury did declare, Sarah's not my dear. Lewes prison walls have seen some horrors in the past, but Sarah French's hanging, it turned out to be the last. Did Hickman dodge the hangman's noose with a clever lie? It mattered not which one of them put poison in the pie. Sarah French must die. In summing up the judge, he said the jury cannot know accessory before the fact or poisoner alone. If William's life was taken as stated by the Crown, Sarah's guilt is found. They deliberated for an hour and then returned to say, Sarah French is guilty, of that we all agree. The judge, he passed his sentence for
Sorry, I'm not. I need to phone Mike up. Another fab song, and very locally based as well. Yeah, we're keeping it very local.
Yeah,
tonight,
I mean,
aren't we?
the Six Bells is what, 3-4 miles away?
If that, I would have said, yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a great local venue. They do it. There's a good folk club there as
Very
well.
good
isn't
folk
there?
club.
There is.
It's been going for
Tuesday nights,
decades,
yes.
hasn't it? As well. And hi to Jason and Lisa if they watch this.
Yeah, that was another Your Stories in Song suggestion from a member of the audience.
Fabulous stuff. Right. Just a quick reminder that you can visit yourstoriesinsong.co.uk if you want to find out more and you want to suggest a song. Can people submit stuff via the website as well?
Yes, yeah, there's a form on the website.
Excellent.
Easy one.
Nice and easy to do as well, so you don't even have to pick up one of the leaflets. So yeah, if you've got a story that you want Jim and Joe to put into song, then let them know, because that's kind of the whole point of this project, the Your Stories in Song. Everybody's got a story to share.
Everybody's got a story.
Yeah, you can also join the mailing list. So if you go to the bottom of that page, you'll find a link to join the mailing list, and you can choose to just hear about the Stories in Song project, or you could join the general Milton Hyde mailing list and hear about all the other things we do.
Excellent stuff. Perhaps we'll give a shout to next coming up gigs a bit before the end as well. So if people want to come and see you live and hear some of these songs and come and have a chat with you and so on. Okay, now I've forgotten where we got to with what we're skipping and what's coming next.
We're doing the next one.
We're doing Bunga Rouge.
Rouge.
Excellent. Okay, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I think you should do this.
Okay, I wrote this down. Too much going in my head to remember everything. So, Bunga Rouge is, for everybody that knows around here, a building material used in Brighton and Hove during the 18th and 19th centuries.
I didn't know that.
Somebody's been to Wikipedia.
I'm ignorant.
Yeah. Well, this is paraphrased from Wikipedia. So the manufacture of Bunga Rouge involved mixing all kinds of materials such as whole or broken bricks, cobblestones, flints, small pebbles, chalk, sand, and even bits of wood. That was mixed into hydraulic lime.
I swear I've had a cake like that.
Yeah. It was then poured between wooden shuttering to set. And that was behind impressive fascias like the Regency buildings in Brighton and Hove. So they look fantastic on the outside, but try and put a nail up.
You'll hit a lump of flint or something.
Nasty.
You know.
Well, I had a fireplace like that at home. It was all covered in York stone,
Yeah.
and it was backfilled with what was probably Bunga Rouge built in the
There's,
1920s.
houses all over the place will have Bunga Rouge walls.
Yeah.
It's just that word is such a brilliant word,
It's
it's peculiar to Brighton and Peacehaven.
This way, excellent.
So it's a sort of an analogy.
An analogy.
An analogy for things that look great on the outside but aren't so brilliant on the inside.
Can't think of anything else like
Stop
that.
looking at me.
We were actually.
You're the opposite.
Thanks.
We're going to be recording a new album at the end of this year, and we're going to be doing a tour next year. And Bunga Rouge was in the running for a title for our tour. I'm not sure it's such a good message, but
No.
is it either going to be that one or Festival of Freaks? So neither of them sound particularly good.
No.
Do they?
Brilliant stuff.
It's just a delicious name.
It's
isn't it?
lovely.
is
What
a
a word!
wonderful-
It's going to be a word that you can say. You could use it as a swear word, couldn't you?
yeah.
Like in place of a swear word. So right, let's hear Bunga Rouge.
Okay.
Loud clarinet on this one.
Loud. All right, I shall turn you down in that case.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, and. We sail today for Silvertown.
These walls will stand forever.
Virtue's lost and Bungaroo.
Bungaroosh.
Bungaroosh.
Brilliant. We need to bring that word back, I think.
Yes,
Definitely get it back. Right, I tell you what, I think we should go probably fairly quickly into the next one, but I've got a couple of comments to play for you, show you. Annie Brown says she remembers this one from last year's 1.3 East.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Annie.
And Tony Mitchell as well. Good evening to Tony. Thanks for tuning in this evening, Tony. Well done, the both of you, says. It's sounding great, actually. I mean, if you could hear it through the headphones, because I keep taking my headphones off. It's very different. But it is sounding good, and people enjoying it out there
Hope
as
I'm
well.
not
So thank you,
blasting out with the clarinet.
No, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. So tell us about the return of the Bloodied Crow, because there's
yes.
I've got to put a banner up for this one as well.
Right.
a special
Okay.
one,
Yeah.
so.
All right. This was we were in this very room in I think it was November last year. Why did I just do that? Just threw my plectrum right across the wall. It's okay. It's all right. And we did. It was kind of a pilot for our for this project for the Your Stories in Song, and we had some lovely guests in here. We had lovely food, and we asked for suggestions for songs, and somebody suggested a song about the reintroduction of the chuff to Kent. We knew what a chuff was, amazingly, and I know Neil knows what a chuff is because
I love a chuff.
He's a bird watcher,
Yeah,
bird enthusiast, and you've never seen one.
No, well, possibly when I was very young in Scotland, but
Right.
they're far more common that way.
Need to
but,
head to
Right.
Dover then.
So a chuff for the non-birdie people is it's a smallish corvid with distinctive red bill and red feet, and it's a delightful little bird. Really, really nice.
about the
little
size
bird.
of a jackdaw, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
smallish crow.
longer and slimmer sort of beak than that.
Yeah.
as well. And it's spelt
and-
like cough, but
That's
with
right.
the extra H after the C. So.
Exactly. And we were in Wales a couple of years ago, on the west coast of Wales, and we were walking along the coastal path there, and somebody said, "Do you know what that bird is there?" And because it was quite odd, makes a distinctive call. It goes like chuff. No, it doesn't go. No, it doesn't go chuff. And that was a chuff. Anyway, we put a sort of chorus together on that night, didn't we, about the
We did,
return
yeah.
of the chuff to Kent. And then while we were away in Devon writing some songs last year, Josie came up with these lyrics.
And
Yep.
there's also this is a song you can vote for now,
Yes.
not for whether you play it tonight or not, but tell us a little bit about the thing, because is it not English Heritage or somebody like that in Kent have picked up on this song?
Yes,
haven't they?
Kent Wildlife
Kent
Trust
Wildlife, sorry.
have picked up on this, which is lovely, and they've put out a press release, and there's information about it on their website. The fact that we were inspired to write this song by the story of their reintroduction of the chuff to Kent. They did that in collaboration with
The Woodland
I got it.
Trust.
Wildwood Trust.
Wildwood
Yeah.
Trust.
And Paradise Park
Paradise
in
Park in
Cornwall,
Cornwall.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about chalk grassland habitat, which of course we're very familiar with
Yeah.
around these parts.
Yes, so there's a competition called P-Fight, P-F-I-T-E, which is poetry and
Folk.
folk. What are we playing? Poetry and folk in the environment. And this competition is open to anybody across the world. And to enter, you send in a song or a poem in video form. And our video is on YouTube, filmed in this very kitchen. And
By our friend Alex.
yeah, and you can vote for our song by going to YouTube, and you just click like on our song, and we got a few likes on there. We're not doing too badly. There's some really high scorers on there. So
Yeah, the big names are joining up now, and
Yeah.
they're getting lots
Oh, are
of
they?
Yeah.
Ah, sure. You're once.
But it doesn't matter. It's really nice to
it's
participate,
nice to
and
be
it's a
part,
great
and
thing to
there's some
support.
beautiful
Yeah.
things on there. So have a listen to some of
But
the
if we
others as
get,
well.
just to say, if you do like us and you do give us a like, if we get like about 10,000 likes, then we
Yeah, we might win.
could be in for a big cash prize, and we'd buy you a biscuit.
Oh, or two even.
Even
yeah.
two.
Anyway, so
Might
vote on
be
YouTube,
chocolate
The
ones.
Return of the Bloody Crow. Just search for that, Now the hashtag is join the P fight. PFIT.
Yes, there is another video version of this one out there. So that was the one that was filmed at Twickfolk.
Yeah.
So if you like that one, that's great, but that won't go into
Won't
the
count
competition.
to the competition.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
good
that one
stuff.
as well.
All right, so the return.
But there
of
is a legend attached to this, which is about, and this features in the song, and it's attached to Thomas à Becket. When he was murdered, the legend is, the myth is that, no, we call it a legend, because there is some truth into the fact that it's based on some history. But as he lay bleeding on the floor, a crow flew into Canterbury Cathedral, and paddled around in his blood. And hence, that's why they've got the red legs.
Ah, very good, very good.
But it features on the coat of arms for Canterbury Cathedral, and it features on loads of pubs around Kent, so they're keen to get them back.
Yeah, definitely. I love these reintroductions of wildlife. They're doing all over the place.
Look at the kite. That's just,
the red kite's been a fantastic story. The sea eagle as well on the Isle of Wight, which they do get spotted around here from time to time. So great. So the return of the bloodied crow, Milton Hyde.
Chalk cliffs glowing white, Kentish midday light. A dark grey cloud descends as the crow begins its flight. Glossy black wings cast a shadow on the land, swooping low towards a scene of treachery by man. In Canterbury's walls, dark forces are at work. 4 assassins rid the king of a troublesome low-born clerk. The bloodied crow returns to Kent. It heralds change in men by restoring the land to centuries of harm are at an end. The crow swoops through the door as the lifeblood leaves the priest. The killers flee, the bird descends with reddened bill and feet. On Dover's grassland cliffs, a stronghold Henry built, 3 bloodied crows upon a shield, a testament to guilt. Its habitat destroyed, a final call was heard. It spread its wings and left this place a persecuted bird. Bloody crow returns to Kent. It heralds change in men by restoring the land to centuries of harm are at an end. Now cattle eat the grass on chalk above the waves. In Dover Castle's walls again, the blooded crow is saved. The bloody crow returns to Kent.
The return of the bloody Crow Milton Hyde. Thank you, guys. I can't believe how quickly we've kind of come to this point, because it's we've gone past 10 o'clock.
I need to say hello, Mum.
Oh,
I know
Hi
she's
to-
watching at home. Well, hopefully she's still awake. But we haven't sent her to sleep.
I'm sure not. Thank you, Jill, for tuning in as well. So I popped up the website for Your Stories in Song, yourstoriesinsong.co.uk, so you can submit your things there.
Anything goes.
Anything goes, yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't even have to be fact. It could be something completely made up.
Legend or myth,
just
absolutely.
let us know.
Some of those are the best stories.
We've written some songs that we've just completely made up a legend. We made up a ghost.
Yes,
So,
the Ghost of Milton Hyde and Monkin Pin as well.
Yes.
Another great story made
Yeah.
up, basically inspired by the name, pretty much. So yes, if you've got a story, you want to get involved, then do get in touch with Jim and Joe.
The lovely thing about this is that we found it going to gigs that people sing songs and those songs become part of culture. People hear them and they learn about stuff. They learn about local legends, and they can last for an awful long time, those songs, because you've got so many traditional folk songs out there that a lot of those stories would have been lost without those traditional songs. So we're hoping to create that sort of folk tradition for the future to keep these stories alive.
Excellent stuff. Let's bring Jade back in. We've got to say thank you to Jade for coming along tonight.
Thank you, Jade.
Thank you, Jade. Have you had a good evening this
Yeah.
evening? Brilliant. Good. I'm glad about it. Excellent. And thank you for your singing contribution.
Question.
Right?
Okay.
Good stuff. Yeah, no, there's
It's got a question, I think.
A question, yeah, go on.
What about Peacock Blue Dress?
Oh,
Peacock Blue Dress.
That's a lovely song.
Should we finish
It's
with that
a-
one
it's a-
rather than-
We could finish with that one.
We could finish with that one. That would be quite a nice one.
We
'Cause
haven't rehearsed it, but
I
She
think,
said, "Are
I
you
think
sure?"
you're wearing the appropriate dress, aren't
You
you?
are,
She
aren't you,
is,
Jade?
yes.
Yeah.
And are you in a dancing mood?
I am dancing mood.
So,
Thought you might be.
If Jim and Joe
she's
play
always
that
in a
one, then-
dancing mood.
So a couple of things then before we get into this last little bit. First of all, are you playing live anywhere that we can come and see you soon, at any time?
Yes.
Yes, we're going to be playing in this very room on Sunday. In fact, our lovely friend Bruce Knapp who's a fantastic guitarist, and he has put together a band called The Section, isn't it?
The Section, yes.
So Bruce is going to be playing his axe, and Thomas Sirocki is going to be playing double bass, and the name of the drummer escapes me. And we're going to be playing about 4 numbers with the band, so that's going to be great fun.
Oh, that
We're
will be
looking
good.
forward to
That's
Yeah,
right here.
Aziza's going to be here as well playing,
So-
and they'll be playing some of their own things.
Yeah.
So that's right here in the Bates Green Farm kitchen, 6:30 Sunday evening. Can you get tickets
Probably best thing to do is to
online?
email us. No, it's an
Milton
email
Hyde.
address. So
All right, okay.
just contact us through the website.
And it's a
if you'd
bring
like
your
to.
own meal and
your own
drinks
food.
thing, but
Bring your own
also
food.
pass the hat event. So
Yes, I think
that's
it's food to share actually. So yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
a very communal thing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And
We're looking forward
after
to it.
that, what have we got? We're going to be
I don't. It's allowed.
at Bluebell Roots.
yeah, Bluebell Roots.
Bluebell Roots at the end of the month. We're going to be at the Royal Oak in Tunbridge Wells on the 5th of April. And we're going to be doing Rochester Sweeps this year over at Rochester.
That's
for,
a favourite, isn't it?
May weekend.
Excellent.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Good stuff. And are you trying to do 60 gigs in a year? Is that
We
right?
are,
Yeah.
yes.
You might not want to talk about this, although you have been promoting it, so I think I'm safe.
It's looking. We're looking on course at the moment. I think we're 1 gig away from doing it according to the calendar.
Oh,
at the
that's
moment.
brilliant.
Yes,
Okay.
I
But
mean
why?
fingers
Why
crossed everything
60,
goes to plan.
Josie? Why 60?
60. It's because we're going to be 60 this year, and the final birthday of the two of us is the 15th of October. So by then,
That's mine, by the way.
Yeah, you're the younger one.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
is what
the
you're
younger
saying. Yeah.
So by then we will have done 60 gigs, and we're finishing with one really big gig. So keep an eye on the website, and we'll let you know where that's going to be. And it's going to be like a party party
Super.
gig. I'm trying to find the words for this just to remind
I'd like to
myself.
say a couple of thank yous, actually, if I may. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. No matter how long you've been there, if you watch again, you'll just to say thanks very, very much. It means a lot to know that somebody's there and cares enough to stick around for a while. So that's absolutely brilliant. And massive thanks to Michael and Philippa for letting us take over the kitchen for tonight.
Although I'm leaving feeling hungry because I normally go home from here utterly replete.
Yeah.
My
And with
brain
the doggy
associates
bag as
this
well.
room with food.
And to our friend Neil for twiddling knobs and
Yeah,
chatting
thank
to
you.
us and hanging out. Oh, and of course there is one more person we
Yeah.
need to thank.
Who's that then?
I don't know what.
What's her name? I've forgotten now. Hang on a
Jade.
second. Oh, there she is. She's on the screen. It should have
Thanks,
reminded
Jade.
me.
Miss Jade Ballard.
Thank you, Jade,
We're
for being
here.
here. Thank you for singing along with us as well.
We're
A
here,
couple of quick
yeah.
messages before you get into this. Tony said, great tune for the last one as well. Sarah
cheers,
says,
Tony.
thanks, guys. Loved it. Tina says, Josie, hope you enjoyed your meal on Sunday.
Yes, it was lovely. We were in Amy's. It's Amy's Kitchen in Seaford. It was lovely.
Sounds
Really
good.
nice.
A recommendation there.
Yeah,
good.
it's Mother's
That's
Day
excellent. Lovely. Michael Gibbs as well. Mick, as
Oh,
we
hi,
know
Mick.
him. Hi, Mick. Hi,
Hi.
Kathy. He says hi. And David giving you a round of applause there as well. So thanks to all of you
Mine
for...
was too, actually.
Oh, thank you, Jade. That's very kind. She's giving a round of applause as well. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jade. So, yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming along and joining in this evening. I'll put the Stories in Song website is up there as well. If you fancied making other donations, you could go to PayPal. And you know, like a sort of, it's like a buy you a coffee sort of thing, isn't it? The PayPal thing as well. So, right, let's finish off with what's this one?
This is cool. This is a request from Jade, and it's called Peacock Blue Dress.
Do you want to move your little
No,
mic
no,
out the way
don't.
there,
It's
Jim, and then you can we can get you on.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll dedicate this to our amazing friend, Mr. Peter Vukovic.
Good morning, my darling, I love you. I speak to your smiling face in the frame. You're the first on my mind in the morning. Forever that smile will remain. Such happy times we had with music. Traveling miles to our favorite bands. All the way home we'd be singing. And when you got back, we would dance. Dance in your peacock blue dress, the one that you wore when we first met. Dance in your peacock blue dress, that flows like water around you. Good night now, my darling, I love you. I pass your photograph on the stair. You're the last on my mind in the evening. At rest now without any care. And when you could no longer travel, we brought the music into our house. Family and friends could then join us. Long after the music you dance. Dance in your peacock blue dress, the one that you wore when we first met. Dance in your peacock blue dress, that flows like water around you. Good evening, my darling, I love you. You can watch tonight's concert from the front row. I've booked a great band, you will love them. And in my mind you will dance. Dance in your
Just beautiful. Thank you. Peacock blue dress. And Jade, lovely dancing. Thank you, Jade. That was wonderful.
I was forgetting to look over here. I was too busy watching Jade on the screen dance. Lovely.
Thank you so much. Well, a big thank you, Milton Hyde, for tonight. It's been a lovely, lovely evening. Jim, can you pop your mic down? Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful evening of wonderful music. As I said, go to miltonhyde.com or yourstoriesinsong.co.uk for more details on how you can get involved and get Jim and Josie to write you a song for your story.
Yeah.
And thanks for having me along. It's been enjoyable as always. And hopefully we'll get some people along on Sunday evening here in the kitchen to come see you there.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, I'll leave you to say your good nights.
Right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you soon.
And bye, Jade.
Bye, Jade.